Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Morelli Field in Melrose, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of today's Lou Tompkins All-Star League 2023 A-Division Championship game. Today's contest pits Reading Red against Brookline for all the marbles here in this 2023 summer season. These two teams have fought their way through their opponents to get here, both of them sweeping their way through the Tournament of Champions before winning their semifinal game yesterday. For Brookline, they finished the regular season as the third seed in A Division with a 10-5 record. Went into the Tournament of Champions, needed 2 days and 12 innings to defeat Billerica in their first Tournament of Champions game, 5-4. Then the next day, they only needed 5 innings to defeat Belmont Watertown, 13-0, to advance to the semifinals. And then yesterday, Brookline defeated second-seeded Cambridge in the semis by a final score of 9-2. Reading Red, they've been on a tour de force throughout this summer. They finished the regular season undefeated, 15-0-1 to claim the first seed in A Division. Their lone blemish on their record, a 2-2 tie against Belmont Watertown back on June 28. Other than that, they've won every single game they've played. In the Tournament of Champions, they started off with a 5-1 win over Reading Black, then defeated Woburn 3-2 to secure their spot in the semifinals, and then they defeated Waltham in their semifinal game yesterday by a final score of 2-0. And now there are just 2 left. And then there were 2, Brookline and Reading Red, to decide it all. These two teams did face off once in the regular season. There was a lot of rainouts, so they were only able to play once. That game ended in a 5-2 victory for Reading Red. So Brookline will be hoping to pay that back and hand Reading Red their first loss of the summer here in the season's most important game. Once again, thank you all for tuning in today. Remember, if you end up enjoying this live stream, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming sports live streams. This is the final day of the summer season, but you know what that means? That means fall is just around the corner in a few weeks after this. So be sure to stay tuned for some of my fall live streams. Subscribing to the channel can help. And of course, if there's anything you'd like to say, I encourage you to say it in the live chat. We've got our first note in the live chat from one of our regulars, Barbara Jo Metzger, with a very simple "Go Brookline." So, and it doesn't matter which team you're rooting for, whether you're rooting for Brookline or Reading, we always appreciate people bringing the good vibes and supporting their favorite team and their favorite players here in the live chat. So if you want to say "Go Brookline," go for it. If you want to say "Go Reading," go for it. If you want to shout out a specific player you're tuning in, maybe a friend or a family member, go for it. If you want to let us know where you're tuning in from, that's always fun. I know our regular Barbara Jo Metzger is tuning in from Buffalo, New York. So it's always fun to hear, people who sometimes tune in from different states or even sometimes different countries because, with the magic of the internet, people can tune in from all over the world. And then, of course, on the more important side, if you notice any technical difficulties with the stream, if anything goes wrong with the audio, if the video of the stream starts cutting in and out, please let me know. It might not be something I notice on my end, and it might be something that I can fix from my end, so don't ever hesitate to say something. And then, of course, particularly for the Reading side, but also for the Brookline side, if you notice me butchering the pronunciation of anyone's names, please correct me in the live chat. I want to give these young men the best coverage I possibly can, and to me, part of that means getting their names right. And on that note of getting names right, let's read out the names for the starting lineups here today as we get ready for the top of the first inning. We'll start with the team that is going to be the home team on the scoreboard, the top-seeded Reading Red squad. Leading off for Reading Red today, the shortstop, number 13, Ben Wright. Batting second and starting on the mound for Reading Red today, number 11, Will Moore. Batting third, the right fielder, number 12, Michael Fabiano. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 8, Thomas Fratto. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 6, Nick Mazzarella. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 17, Matthew Walsh. Batting eighth, batting seventh, the second baseman, number 9, Brian Beneke. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 14, Ryan Mulvey. Batting ninth, the left fielder, number 5, Chris Hannafan. And just playing the field for Reading Red to start today, the third baseman, number 5, Jack Ramo. So that is the starting lineup for Reading Red. Now as we see them warming up, Will Moore on the mound, let's read through the starting Brookline lineup for today. Leading off for Brookline here in the championship game, the shortstop, number 5, Keenan Sawada. Batting second, the catcher, number 8, Ben Doktoroff. Batting third, the center fielder, number 44, Justin Liu. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, number 2, Charlie Engelman. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 28, Michael Doherty. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 33, Josh Kim. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 27, Elias Brendel. Batting eighth, the extra hitter, number 11, Jackson Fantuzzi. Batting ninth, the first baseman, number 17, Adam Rosenblatt. And batting 10th, the second baseman, number 15, Owen Hoffman. Just playing in the field to start today and starting on the mound for Brookline, number 34, Nico Hart. And now we start the game, leading off and taking ball 1 on that first pitch of this game, the shortstop, number 5, Keenan Sawada, as he takes ball 2 there. Left. And there's a hit into the infield. It's fielded by the second baseman, thrown to first, and that is going to be out number 1. So a ground out to second to lead things off, and now batting, the catcher, number 8, Ben Doktoroff. Doktoroff takes strike 1. Doktoroff's had a strong summer so far, both at the plate and behind it, as he takes a high ball 1 there. Got a strong slash line of .352 batting average, .435 on base percentage, and .370 slugging percentage, as you can see on the bottom of your screen. This takes ball 2. He's also got a team-leading 19 hits this summer to go with 9 stolen bases, 15 runs scored, and 9 RBI. Takes a high ball 3 from Moore. 3-1 now the count for Doktoroff. Slices it foul, and that's going to be a full count. Brief timeout called. And that's going to be ball 4. Doctoroff, cool as a cucumber as usual when taking pitches. Always amazes me how when he's standing in facing, even a 2-strike count, he never flinches at the plate. Now batting for Brookline, the center fielder, number 44, Justin Liu. First pitch, and he skies it. It's going to stay playable. Infielders tracking it, and the first baseman's got it for out number 2. Two down, and now up the third baseman, number 2, Charlie Engelman. Doctoroff still at first, 2 down here in the first inning. First pitch just misses a bit outside, ball 1. Engelman started these playoffs lower down in the order, but he has worked his way up with an explosive postseason campaign. As he lifts one out to left, but that's going to be right at the left fielder for out number 3. We move through the top of the first rather quickly. Brookline gets 1 runner aboard, but cannot advance him. We move to the bottom of the first with no score. And so a slight difference in the defensive alignment from the original lineup I was given. Justin Liu playing left field today, Elias Brendel playing center. As we see Brookline warming up in the field behind the pitcher, number 34, Nico Hart. This will be Hart's 5th pitching appearance this summer, his 3rd start. He's got a 1-0 record. He's pitched 9.2 innings through his previous 4 appearances, including 1.2 innings in the semifinal game yesterday against Cambridge as he came in relief of starter Charlie Engelman. So far, he's got an ERA of 2.90, a whip of 1.55, and 8 strikeouts on the season. So Hart will be facing the top of the order for Reading. Ben Wright, Will Moore, and Michael Fabiano. And as you might have noticed when I was reading out those scores from the playoffs, Brookline has had a pretty high-scoring postseason as they've put up 27 runs through 3 playoff games. They're averaging 9 runs a game. Meanwhile, Reading Red, having scored just 10 runs through their 3 playoff games, they're averaging just over 3 runs a game. However, they've also only allowed 3 runs through those 3 postseason games, so they're averaging just 1 run allowed per game, while Brookline, with 6 runs allowed this postseason, averaging 2 runs allowed per game. So a very strong defensive team against a very strong offensive team. And it's going to be up to Nico Hart and company to keep pace with the strong defense of Reading Red. I see we got another comment in the live chat from another Brookline fan, Winnie the Hamster, saying, "Let's go Brookline." And now leading off for Reading Red, the shortstop, number 13, Ben Wright. First pitch from Hart, going to miss outside, ball 1. Wright and many of these players played in the last game against Brookline on July 18. Wright was 1 for 4 with 2 stolen bases and 2 RBI, and he lifts one out to left center. Outfielders on their horse, and he caught it. Welcome back, Elias Brendel, the Brookline center fielder in his first game back after returning from a trip out to England. He reminds the Brookline faithful that he's a dang good outfielder with a nice catch there for out number 1. Now pitcher against pitcher as batting is number 11, Will Moore. First pitch, he hits a hopper over to third, fielded by Engelman. Thrown to first, it's high. The high throw forced Rosenblatt to jump and grab it. It was a nice jump, but it's going to allow Will Moore to reach on the E5. So a runner at first off a throwing error. Now batting the right fielder, number 12, Michael Fabiano. Throw back to first, and Moore gets back safe. Fabiano last time against Brookline, he was 1 for 3 with a walk and a run. First pitch, he lifts it deep out to right, but that's going to go into foul territory and out of play for strike 1. Sorry, the camera went a little off balance there for a sec. It's going to be a weird camera day for me today as I have to elevate the camera higher than eye level to get it over the fence. Runner's taking off, but it's foul tipped. And so Moore will have to go back. Strike 2. Reading Reds got to be careful stealing on Brookline. Ben Doctoroff has caught 3 runners this postseason. Hits a grounder over to short, fielded by Sawada, flipped to second for 1, on to first, and he pulled him off. Another rough throw to first, but Brookline does get the lead runner that time. So almost a 6-4-3 double play for Brookline, but instead a 4-6 fielder's choice with a reach on an E4. First pitch, and it's lifted by Fratto, sky high into center field. Brendel ditches the hat and makes the catch for out number 3. So a bit shaky on some of the infield throws for Brookline, but ultimately behind some strong pitching to start from Nico Hart. And a nice catch for the first out by Elias Brendel. Brookline keeps Reading Reds scoreless. And we're at all goose eggs through 1. Due up for Brookline in the top of the second will be the 5, 6, 7 hitters, Doherty, Kim, and Brendel. You know, it's very interesting to think about. You know, this is my 4th season covering this Brookline summer team. All 4 years they've made it to the semifinals, but this is the first time since that first year I covered them back in 2020 that they've made it to the finals. Of course, they lost that final to Medford 4-1. Since then, in the past couple of years, they've suffered a pair of heartbreaking losses, both to Waltham in the semifinals. 2 years ago, they lost in extra innings, and then last year they lost a 1-0 nail-biter. But now a chance here to try and finish the job. Leading off for Brookline here in the top of the second, the right fielder, number 28, Michael Doherty. Interestingly enough, Michael Doherty was making highlights in a Lou Tompkins championship game last year as a member of Brookline's 13 and under team. He had an RBI triple with a one-base error for an effective inside-the-park home run, among other highlights, during last year's 13U season. And now here he is in the 18U finals 1 year later, hoping to make some highlights here. He's facing a 2-0 count. Fouls that one off, strike one. Doherty's had an explosive summer for Brookline. Leads the team in batting average at .478. He's got a .613 OBP, .565 slugging, tied for the team lead with 2 doubles as he fouls another one off for strike 2. He's also got 3 steals, 10 runs, and 10 RBI. 2-2 count. And he lifts one into shallow left center. And it's caught by the center fielder for out number 1. Now coming to the plate, the designated hitter, number 33, Josh Kim. First pitch in the dirt, ricochets off just about everything for ball 1. Kim, a mid-season addition to the Brookline roster. He's gone 4 for 11 at the plate so far with 3 walks, 1 steal, 4 runs, and 3 RBI as he slices one foul and out of play. Ooh, that's off a car off the bounce. Hello and welcome to everybody's favorite game while watching a baseball game. Where did I park again? Oh, that's a deep shot, deep out to center. It's going way back all the way to the wall. Josh Kim gonna go for 2 with a 1-out double to deep center. Boy, in some ballparks, that might have gone all the way to the wall, maybe off the wall, or, you know, in some really short fields, maybe over it, but a huge double from Josh Kim. Now coming up, the center fielder, number 27, Elias Brendel. First one's high for ball 1. Like I said, Brendel having just come back from a trip to England. And he's a guy Brookline is very happy to have back. You see the numbers on the bottom of your screen that he's had for the summer. Leads the team in extra base hits with 3, and he lines that one foul up the right field line for strike 1. Also leads the team in slugging percentage. Or actually, I don't think he does anymore. No, he doesn't lead them in slugging percentage anymore, but that's just how long he's been away from the team. Fouls that one off for strike 2. The numbers are correct, though. .375 batting average, .571 OBP, .542 slugging, team leading 3 extra base hits, 6 steals, 9 runs, and 6 RBI. 1-2 the count. Takes that one high, ball 2. Josh Kim at second, 1 down, scoreless ball game here in the top of the second. Takes high, ball 3. Brendel's got 7 walks so far this season, 4th on the team despite the recent absence. And he takes a walk there. Two runners on for Brookline. Now coming up, the extra hitter, number 11, Jackson Fantuzzi. Fantuzzi, like Doherty before him, another member of that 13U team that went to the finals last year. He actually had the game-tying hit in the semifinals of that 13U tournament last year, and he's been a welcome addition for Brookline, for Brookline's 18U team this summer. Takes that one inside for ball one. On the season so far, Fantuzzi 440, 500, 520 slash line. Tied for the team lead with 2 doubles as he got one yesterday. 3 runs scored and 6 RBI. And he lifts one out to right field. This one's probably going to be caught, might move the runners. It is caught. Kim's going to take off for third. Throw's going to go down to third, so Brendel is going to take off for second. So both runners advance off the flyout from Fantuzzi. 2 down for Brookline, but 2 runners now in scoring position as up comes the first baseman, number 17, Adam Rosenblatt. First pitch low, ball one. Rosenblatt so far this season, strong on base guy, 308, 460, 308. 3 steals, 8 runs, 8 RBI as he takes a high ball 2. Second on the team in walks this season, trailing only Keenan Sawada. He's got 11 walks this summer, including 3 in that Belmont-Watertown game as he takes an inside ball 3. He was 0 for 0 with 3 walks against Belmont-Watertown on Wednesday and had 1 run scored and 2 RBI in that because 2 of those walks were with the bases loaded as he's going to take a 4-pitch walk here. And he is going to load the bases with 2 outs for Brookline. Up comes the second baseman, number 15, Owen Hoffman. Hoffman, who has spent a considerable amount of time as the cleanup man for Brookline, the team leader in RBI, now up with the bases loaded and 2 out. He did sort of slump a bit down the stretch of the season, but he has had 2 RBI here in the postseason. He had 1 on a sac fly yesterday against Cambridge. He had 1 in the Belmont-Watertown game. Brookline really wants him to knock one in here. Takes a high ball 1. Moore has got to be careful on the mound. A walk or a hit by pitch here, or even potentially a wild pitch, could score the game's first run. High ball 2. Hoffman for the summer, a slash line of 277, 358, 298 with 5 steals and 8 runs scored to go with his team leading 12 RBIs. We've got a meeting at the mound. We got another note in the live chat from another Brookline fan. This is Robbie Richards saying, "Let's go Brookline." So both coaches take a chance to meet with their players. And that one misses. High and away. A 3-0 hitters count to Hoffman with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And that's in the dirt. It's a bases loaded walk, and Brookline is first on the board. Owen Hoffman, the team leader in RBI this summer. Didn't do it in the most explosive way, but he got a run home. Kim walks in, and now it's 1-0. First pitch to Keenan Sawada is inside, ball 1. Sawada, a relatively small strike zone, and he's the team leader in walks this summer with 13 as he takes a strike that time. Sawada grounded out to second his first time up today. And he pops one up that's going to stay in the infield and be caught by the second baseman, stealing it away from his shortstop. Strange play there, but it does end the inning. But Brookline does get on the board, and this does feel like a game where teams are going to be fighting for every run they can get, so a big first score of the day for Brookline off the bases loaded walk from Owen Hoffman. Our score going into the bottom of the second, Brookline 1, Reading Red 0. Another Brookline fan in the live chat, Peter QB24 with a simple "Go Brookline." Happy to see you tuning in, Uncle Peter. Due up for Reading Red will be their 5, 6, 7 hitters, Nick Mazzarello, Matthew Walsh, and Brian Beneke. Nico Hart back on the hill for his second inning of work. The warm-ups are done, and now leading off for Reading Red, the catcher, number 6, Nick Mazzarella. First pitch, it's a hard grounder, but right to Sawada, fielded cleanly, thrown to first, and it's a 6-3 ground out to start. One pitch, one out. I mean, Reading Red's been getting hard contact on the ball, but they're all going right to the fielders, or at least within range of the fielders. And despite a couple of erroneous throws in the first inning, Brookline, for the most part, taking care of business. First pitch in there, strike one. At the plate for Reading Red is the center fielder, number 17, Matthew Walsh. This one sliced foul, strike two. That one's going to be high, ball one. And he rips one foul up the left field line. Like I said, a lot of hard contact from Reading. Makes you a little nervous, but so far they haven't found the right spots. And Hart has so far remained undeterred from throwing strikes. Swing and a miss. Fooled him with the low dropping curve there for his first K of the day. Now batting for Reading, the second baseman, number 9, Brian Beneke. First pitch, he chases in the dirt for strike one. We saw Beneke had that weird play in the field to end the top half of the inning as he jumped in front of his own shortstop. He hits a high hopper here, fielded by Sawada, thrown to first, and that's another 6-3 ground out. Keenan Sawada continues to be one of Brookline's greatest assets in the field. Couple of nice plays at short there. And Reading is down in order in the second. Will Moore returns to the mound for his third inning of work for Reading Red. Due up for Brookline will be the 2, 3, 4 hitters, Doctoroff, Liu, and Engelman. Now as the warm-ups conclude, leading off for Brookline here in the top of the third, the catcher, number 8, Ben Doctoroff. Doctoroff, his last time up, he drew a walk, but was left stranded at first. Hoping to get on base again to get something started for Brookline. Takes a low ball 1. That one in the zone, strike 1. Doctoroff hits a grounder right back to Moore, and it's going to be a simple 1-3 ground out to start the inning. Now batting, the left fielder, number 44, Justin Liu. Liu popped out to first his last time up. Hoping to get on base this time. Shows bunt, lays it down the third base line. That's going to be fair, and not a chance. A bunt single for Justin Liu. Gotta watch out. He is lethal with that bunt. We all saw that walk-off squeeze bunt he had on Tuesday against Billerica. And another bunt single there. Runner at first. Now batting the third baseman, number 2, Charlie Engelman. First pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1 to Engelman. He lined out to left his last time up, hoping to move the runner this time. Justin Liu has got 10 steals so far this season. As that one is going to miss for ball 1. Moore's got an exceptionally quick delivery with a runner on. Oh, pickoff move! And just barely avoided the tag. He got caught leaning the other way, but just went to the far edge of the bag to just barely avoid the tag from Fratto. This time much closer on the dive back. And I mean by that I mean much less close, as he was more definitively safe. That's what I meant. And another throw. This time the throw a little bit off, but Liu is not shying away from taking a big lead here. He is second on the team in steals with 10, like I said. Taking off, swing and a miss from Engelman. Throw down to second, they got him in time. A great throw from Mazzarella, catches Liu at second. And when you've got strong catchers with good arms on both sides, that's how you know these teams are going to have to fight for every run they can get. It's now 2 down with the bases empty. And Engelman catches a piece of it. Oh, that's what I did. I always do this. I erase the count when someone gets caught stealing. It's such a bad reflex. Swing and a miss, and Engelman goes down on strikes. So that ends the top of the third. Defense appears to be the name of the game out here today. As going into the bottom of the third, it is a 1-0 ball game in favor of Brookline. A bases-loaded walk producing the only score so far today. Both defenses looking sharp. We got another Brookline fan in the live chat. This is Eric Fiorentino adding his own Go Brookline in the live chat. Nico Hart back on the mound for Brookline for his third inning of work. He'll be facing the 8-9-1 hitters for Reading Red, Mulvey, Hannafan, and Wright. Leading off for Reading Red, the designated hitter, number 14, Ryan Mulvey. First pitch. Misses, ball one. Second pitch misses low, ball two. Last time against Brookline, Mulvey was 2 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. Hits a hard grounder here, and that's going to go up the middle. A leadoff single for Ryan Mulvey. Now batting, the left fielder, number 5, Chris Hannafan. First pitch catches the outside corner, strike one. Hannafan last time against Brookline was 1 for 3 with a run scored. Up here with a runner on first and nobody out. Pitch in the dirt, well blocked by Doctoroff. That'll be ball one. That pitch is low for ball two. 2-1, the count to Hannafan. And he slices it into the infield. This might be a bit of no man's land. Picked up by Hoffman, thrown to first in time for out number one as a few raindrops start falling out here in Melrose. Because why not throw the elements at us? One out and a runner at second as we cycle around to the top of the order with the shortstop, number 13, Ben Wright. First pitch, and he skies it out to right field. Doherty is under it, and he's got the catch. Runner's going to hold at second. Just a light drizzle so far, nothing that's going to stop the action. Honestly, I'm more scared of the rain than anyone else here, I would say. As we now move to the pitcher, number 11, Will Moore at the plate. First pitch in there, strike one. Hits a hard grounder, and it's foul. So that'll be an 0-2 count to Moore. Last time up, Moore reached on an E5, was thrown out on a fielder's choice. Now up here with 2 down and a runner at second, facing an 0-2 count as the rain is getting harder. And that one is dropped, but it's not a third strike. Ball 1. So one time as a pitcher, I think you're happy to throw a ball, as that one was starting to slip away from Doctoroff, and that ball's only going to get slipperier as the rain is really starting to come down out here in Melrose. And that one slipped right out of his hand. This is the rain effect taking place immediately here as it's getting harder and harder. Mulvey down to third on the wild pitch. And it's a 2-2 count to Moore. And that one slipped out of his hand again. A 3-2 count. And Brookline takes a timeout for a visit to the mound. Maybe a chance to dry off the ball a bit. I mean, boy, this is some rotten luck for Brookline and especially for Hart on the mound. Sorry, my umbrella keeps getting in the shot. Like I said, I got to have this this camera held up high to get over the fence here at Morelli Field. Timeouts concluded. Big payoff pitch coming. 2 outs, runner at third of this 1-run ball game. And the pitch misses, ball 4. So runners at first and third with 2 down. Coming up, the right fielder, number 12, Michael Fabiano. First pitch just misses outside, ball 1. Fabiano, his last time up, almost grounded into a double play, but an erroneous throw made it just a fielder's choice. That pitch misses, ball 2. Since the rain really started coming down, Hart has struggled to find the strike zone. That one's going to miss as well, ball 3. Three and 0, the count to Fabiano. And that one's going to miss. It's a 4-pitch walk. And even if they were going to start delaying this game, they got to wait until the inning ends, which is a struggle because Hart's having trouble finding the zone with the ball as wet as it is. At the plate now is the first baseman, number 8, Thomas Fratto. Runners at first and bases loaded, actually. I'm so behind on things. Bases loaded now, 2 outs off back-to-back walks. And another one slips out of the hand, ball 1. A nightmare scenario for Brookline due to the bad weather. That one in the zone, strike 1. That one is high for ball 2. Fratto, his last time up, he flew out to center. That one misses high, ball 3. Reading one ball away from their own bases loaded walk that would tie this game. In this nightmarish weather scenario. Swings, lifts one out to right, and it's caught by Doherty. Brookline escapes the jam. They escape the jam. And now we're going to see what the officials are going to do about this rain. And it looks like we're actually going to keep going. Can I get a little help? Thank you. And I don't know if anyone has any extras. Are they delaying this, or are they just going to keep it going?
I don't. Well, it looks like the rain is stopping.
I hope so. JJ, this is ridiculous. Compact things as tight as I can.
You don't have a holder? Do you have a holder?
I don't know if a holder would be high enough given how high this thing's got to be. Okay, it looks like the band's going to play on here at Morelli Field in Melrose, Massachusetts, here in the 18 and under division championship game here in the Lou Tompkins All-Star League. I got this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if anyone's got an extra umbrella they can bring, though, let me know.
Okay, through here?
Yeah,
okay.
If anyone can just help with the coverage. Okay, just gonna update the scoreboard real quick. The rain seems to be lightening up a bit from when it was at its worst. And so Brookline very lucky to get out of that jam. Nico Hart was doing everything he could to try and find that strike zone, and finally managed to get that third out he needed as a hard hit liner from Fratto went right to the right fielder. Now leading off for Brookline here in the top of the fourth, the right fielder, number 28, Michael Doherty, as he took what I believe is ball 1. There's a bit of a wind blowing out here, because why wouldn't there be, as there's a low ball 2. Come on now. Stop it, weather. That one's going to miss. Ball 3. Will Moore now battling the elements just as Hart did in the third. And that is going to miss. It's a 4-pitch walk for Doherty. Now batting the designated hitter, number 33, Josh Kim. First pitch, and he skies it out to left. Left fielder on his horse. Going back. It's caught by the center fielder for out number 1. Doherty retreats back to first. 1 out. Oh, stop. Now batting the center fielder, number 27, Elias Brendel. Oh, I really wish I had multiple umbrellas over here with all this wind. One out. Runner at first. First pitch, high, ball one. Rain's starting to intensify as a throw over to first. Doherty gets back. This is a low ball two. This is crazy. I brought this umbrella out here for the sun and the heat. Where did this come from? 2-0 the count to Brendel. Swing and a miss there, strike one. Makes contact. It's going to stay in the infield. Or is it? It is. Beneke having to go back and fall to make that catch. But it will be out number two. Now batting, the extra hitter, number 11, Jackson Fantuzzi. First pitch misses, ball one. Will Moore battling the elements well here in the fourth. He's got two down with a runner at first. Throw back to first. Doherty gets back safe. Fantuzzi lifts one out to center. Center fielder charging in. Sliding catch made out in center for out number three. Brookline cannot take advantage of the elements either to score. And going to the bottom of the fourth, the score still Brookline 1, Reading Red 0. Oh, and now it's intensifying, and here comes the wind. Help, help. Extra umbrella, please. Just throw that right over that. Oh, thank you. Sorry, guys. Oh, my goodness. We might see a delay here. Oh, I'm sorry the umbrella's in the way, folks, but I'm just trying to save my equipment right here.
Yeah, it's windy.
It's very windy and the rain's heavy. Thankfully, I've got some very helpful, kind fans here who are helping me to protect my equipment in the midst of this torrent. Oh, my goodness. We're just collectively holding up our umbrellas like a phalanx here. Oh my gosh. With it going this bad, I can't even pack up my stuff because then that would risk exposing it. Oh.
Maybe next time you should buy a waterproof laptop.
Yeah. On my shopping list after this season, get some kind of waterproof film I can put over my laptop and over my camera and over my audio interface. Oh my gosh. At this moment, I'm just so glad I brought an umbrella to protect me from the sun. I was worried about the heat. And then this came. I don't know where it came from. But at the moment, the action is delayed. If and when this game resumes, which given how wet this field is going to get, I have no idea. But we'd be going into the bottom of the fourth inning with Brookline holding a 1-0 lead. If this turns into another two-day game, I'm going to lose it. If Brookline plays a second two-day game in a week, I'm going to lose it.
right?
Well, I hope everyone's been enjoying the game so far anyway. Bet all of you watching at home are really glad you didn't you couldn't come out to the game. Got to avoid this. Oh my gosh. Seriously though, this summer has just been brutal in terms of the rain. I mean, this isn't the first time I've felt trapped like this. I've had another experience at a football game I was covering earlier this summer. And let me tell you, when you're the guy holding all the electrical equipment, you can't just sprint for the nearest dugout or the nearest spot under a tree. You just got to stand there and try and cover your equipment as best you can.
The wires are underwater. I feel like we need to move that over there.
See if you can pick them up and throw them in there.
No, this should be fine. It's not exposed. They're wires, so this should be fine.
Yeah. It should be fine, but it doesn't hurt.
The electrical is open.
Yeah. I seriously have no idea what they're going to do about this. Once this lets up, like, this field is going to be unplayable.
Pretty much, yeah. I thought
Like,
they should have covered it during the rain.
Yeah, like I mean, I know they have a turf field out here at Melrose, so maybe they'll just try and move it over there if they're that desperate.
I don't think you can see it from here, but there's a big ditch in front of the pitcher's mound, which is quite a hazard when the pitchers step off.
We should make a call to Spellman at Roxbury Latin. Play the rest of the air.
Oh my gosh.
All right, you good?
Okay, looks like it's letting up a little bit. We're starting to see some sun poking through the clouds a little bit. It's still raining continuously. And I mean, at this point, we're just going to wait and see what the coaches decide to do as they are going to meet presumably with each other and with the officials to try and work things out logistically. You know, of course, this is everybody's favorite and most fun part of amateur athletics, the logistics of it all. You know, I'm having flashbacks to the first year I started covering Brookline sports in the COVID year, and we never knew which way end was up. And of course, that first summer I covered this team, this was the first sports action back after COVID shut down the spring season. So that was a big thing for everybody back then. And now here I am, 3 years later, giving you all a brief history lesson. So what's the word?
You don't know.
Oh my God.
But it's still Brookline's day.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's rough.
Yo, you had us on pins and needles that last inning, man. Oh my gosh.
We're still winning.
You are? That is all that counts. Oh my God. All right, no word as of yet on what they're going to do, so you know, the rain is letting up a little bit. I see everyone's having fun in the live chat at the situation. I'm at least glad you guys can still have fun out here. As the rain is starting to intensify again. Because why wouldn't it? At least the wind has died down. Oh my gosh. Can Thank you.
Behind you mean? This is drip. Yours is dripping a little bit, but I don't think
Yeah.
it's hitting you.
Yeah, no, this umbrella's been doing a pretty solid job. It was really just when the wind came that I was at
Oh, the wind, yeah, definitely.
Oh, that was a nightmare.
It's about to go away. No. Do we all go get pizza and come back? Yeah.
Okay. Starting to really let up.
Let's pick it back up again.
Ah. Every time you think it's stopping, it picks back up again. I still can't believe this. I brought this umbrella out here in case it got too hot.
That's
for my
what I
equipment.
was thinking of doing. To keep myself away from the sun.
Yeah. say it.
Yeah, it gets angry every time.
Every single time. Oh my gosh.
It's still coming down.
Yeah, it's not stopping. Yeah, someone's looked at the radar in my live chat. It says more is coming.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I don't know what they're supposed to do about this.
Yeah, the field doesn't look good.
Yeah. Like, honestly, after how bad it's come down, I'm surprised it looks as good as it does.
Yeah.
Like, if this was Warren, this place would be completely destroyed.
Yeah.
Oh, they're meeting with the officials down there.
I think it's officially stopped, the rain. Let's see. Watch out, because it's gonna.
Yep.
It's gonna.
Drip.
The umbrella's wet. It's gonna.
Yep.
You want me to hold it?
Okay, I think unbelievably the rain might have allegedly, supposedly, possibly stopped. I'm not guaranteeing anything, as the last few times it started to let up, it kept coming back. But for now it appears we have survived and none of my equipment is broken. Thank you so much. Shout out again to all the helpful Brookline fans who helped me keep my equipment safe through that torrent. As now we see the sun's out and shining. All those clouds that came out of nowhere and dumped this on us seem to have floated past us. I am mildly concerned about the latest note in the live chat from Peter QB24. Looking at the radar, more is coming. Oh, please say it ain't so. But in the meantime, see the players kind of stepping out there, kind of testing out the dirt on the mound. I mean, frankly, this does not look good. I mean, the only real large puddle is the first base coach area, at least from what limited view I can see. But, like, you can see the first baseline is soaked. There's a bunch of small puddles there. Like I don't know what we're going to do. I mean, it's not like they could even say, "Oh, they played a full 4 innings and it's official." Like, they haven't. Not to mention, I don't think they'd want to end a championship game that way. I always say it's not Brookline summer baseball unless something weird happens in the playoffs. And well, we've had more than our fair share of weirdness in this postseason thus far. We had our 2-day 12-inning game against Billerica on Monday and Tuesday. Our 5-inning Mercy Rule game against Belmont Watertown on Wednesday. And now this mess. Coaches appear to be talking with the officials behind home plate as we await some kind of an official decision. I am happy to see the number of viewers that have stuck around through all of this. I mean, let's take a look at some of our realistic options. I mean, we could continue the game as is, which I don't think they're going to do, given how much the field just got destroyed. They could try and move it. I think there's a turf field nearby that they could try and use. Maybe. You know, maybe they send everyone home and we come back and do this again tomorrow. I really don't know what we're supposed to do out here. As of right now, we are 3.5 innings into this Lou Tompkins All-Star League 18 and Under Division Championship game. Brookline with a 1-0 lead over Reading Red, courtesy of a bases-loaded walk by Owen Hoffman that scored Josh Kim back in the second inning. Full Brookline team is huddling up. I see a couple of Reading players in their dugout starting to put their backpacks on. You know, eventually someone's going to come to a decision, and I hope when they do, someone will come over here and tell me what's going on. Okay, the latest update I got from a fan who says he heard from a player is that they're definitely not continuing on this field. They're trying to figure out if they can get to another field or reschedule for a different day. but now it looks like they're trying to get the field ready. So, I have no idea what's going on. They're trying to figure it out. All right, folks. I wish I had a word to give on what's going on, but I really don't at this time. All I'm going to do at this time is I'm going to end this stream. I'm going to end this stream for now so I can conserve my laptop and camera batteries in case they decide to get back in action. There's talk about them trying to make the field playable. There's talk about them trying to find another field. Basically, nobody has any clue what's going on. But for right now, we are stopped, and so I'm going to stop, and I'm going to have to, create a new stream link whenever this game comes back on. So be on the lookout for that. But other than that, I'm just going to have to say so long for now. We're midway through this 2023 Lou Tompkins All-Star League 18 and under division championship game. Brookline leads Reading Red 1-0, but as to how this is going to go on, to be continued. So that's how I'm going to leave it for now. Thank you all for watching, and hope to see you again soon.